Ashe family. It is Edwin Rose, aka Armand Rose, aka the Conscious Cowboy, coming to you guys. Hey man, I just wanted to have a quick conversation with you guys, or maybe it might even spill over into some other things. But I just wanted to talk about um, Stockholm Syndrome. Okay, it's called Stockholm Syndrome, and hopefully I got her name right, Doctor Drew is the young lady that well, she's an elder, but she is the one that I first started watching. I share her all the time on my Facebook page for you guys to follow her. She dives deep into it. I'm just scratching the surface of Stockholm syndrome, but I see it so much. I see it so much, and it's not that it I just see it and it goes, you know, in my eyes and rattle around and leak out. It bothers me. It really bothers me. And like I said, let's always talk as if the Bible was factual. Like this is the true deal. This is the absolute truth. So me watching this is the absolute truth. This is how everything is good with this book. This is how goes down. Now, we were put in slavery, and through this book, it's God allowed that. My question to anybody is when did God come down and say, hey, end slavery? When did God write a manual and say, hey, end slavery? Um, and I want to sidebar this real quick. Uh, you remember, I know you guys have heard of the chain gang, right? So the chain gang was, you know, all the slaves chained to each other. They were working in the field or they was working on the railroad or whatever the case may be. And they never got out of those chains. So what happened was, this is the process. They let one brother out of the chains and say, hey, you got to watch these other brothers. You're going back in the chains. So what they did was turn us against each other. And this is part of the Willie Lynch um, syndrome or letters or mind fuck, however you want to look at it, however you want to call it. So eventually, you go work, you sleep, you eat, you shit, you do everything in chains. You got to do that shit together. So eventually, they start letting the people out of the chains here and there. All right, look, when you go to home, we're gonna let you out the chains. They thankful, get to take that shit off every now and again. But when you go back in the field, we're going to put the chains back on you. Oh man, shit. Let's get the day over with, and off time to get the chains off. So eventually, they stop saying, "Hey, when you go out here in the field, we're gonna take the chains off." So that conditioning stops you from running, but it doesn't alleviate you from the system. You still got people thanking the people and their God for putting you in this system. Okay, like I said, let's say it's true. Say everything about this is true. Why would I want to worship this God if he didn't come down and say, hey, this is this is no more, I was wrong. I thought this was a good idea to say, hey, earthly slaves, but obey your earthly masters. Why would you want to worship a God that's okay with any type and form of slavery? Now, I told you that when they took the chains off, that we were still slaves, but happy slaves. Ain't nothing changed today. 1969, a young lady that had no chains was finally brave enough to run off the plantation and ran into a freeway, and a semi truck almost hit her. The semi truck driver picked her up, took her to the next, took her to downtown, took her to the police station. They told the story. They had been keeping them people as slaves since slavery stopped. 1969. I think her name was Lucy. I think her name was Lucy. Don't give me, don't quote me on that one. I think her name was Lucy. But in 1969, but let's just say once again, your God of this book is the right God. 1969, and then see, you guys love people in these clowns so much. Y'all believe slavery was ended when in 14th Amendment. Never was ended. It was reconstituted. It was hidden. And to this day, 2023, slavery still exists right here in America. I show you guys all these missing people all the time. All the time, I show you these missing girls. Ohio has over 1,000 teens missing right now. Let me ask you something. Do you think they have freedom? Do you think these people are doing what they want to do? Do you think these people are calling their families? Do you think these people, or do you think these people are locked up somewhere and they're being mistreated? They're being raped. They're being sold. That's slavery. It's never stopped. So, but the mind fuck, you guys got to get out of the mind fuck. The mind fuck is what bothers me. That I see people say, thank God for slavery. That I see people say, thank God for the trials and tribulations that I went through. Thank God that I was raped because I know there's something better and bigger for me. No, man, fuck your God. Fuck God that you had to go through slavery. Fuck that. Like I said, say this is true. I'm looking at it as a descendant of a slave, right? Fuck that God. Why would I want to worship that God? Once again, that God has never came out of the sky, revealed himself, and said, hey, that's wrong what you're doing. As a matter of fact, that God, with Paul, has said, hey, you can do all this stuff. All you got to do is think about Jesus, and you guys can come to heaven. So, okay, another sidebar. Why would I want to go to your heaven? The heaven of this book, why would I want to go to it? Once again, the God of this book never said slavery was bad and it's over. In this book, it does say as is below, so it is above. So you want to go to their heaven? You want to go to this book's, the narration. You want to go to that heaven. Why? The book has told you that it's evil. The book has told you that slavery is okay. So even if you could, even if it's the afterlife is like they paint it, right? We get to go to heaven. We get to go be amongst the angels. We get to go. Man, the angels had a rebellion. The angels had a rebellion. Come on now. The angels, a third of the angels didn't like it up in heaven. So, and they were created to be up in heaven. So now we get there. What do you think it's going to be like? You think it's going to be like, hey, come on in. Or you think it's going to be a long ass line and they're going to register your ass, give you a serial number, and then you go do your chores for eternity. What do you think heaven is? Come on. Based on the book, based on life, based on all this shit, what do you think the heaven is going to be like? And then y'all got to remember, all these people raped. You got people wearing the cloth. You got people wearing the cloth, raping kids. Every time that there's a sex trafficking big case, how many people are from the church? We just had a big one last year. One of the big pastors out here in Henderson was the ringleader. Why would you want to be indoctrinated in something like that? Once again, I don't get it. I know you guys probably don't think about the mind fuck that we've been under, but it's called Stockholm Syndrome, to where you get the chains off, but your mind is still locked up to the point where you even look for your oppressor to feed you. You look for your oppressor to educate you. You look for your oppressor to provide for you. When we have the power to do it ourselves, we just have to separate. And like I said, I'm talking about this because I know a lot of us are conditioned to look at us like, I'm a tail. I'm gonna keep you down. You know, when they slowly took the chains off and they had us watch each other, we outnumbered them in slavery. Where was the rebellion? There was no rebellion because they slowly released the chains. Only thing that was different, listen, only thing that's different from the slavery today and the slavery of yesterday is the way we looked and the way we were treated. No, 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 no. The way we looked. I get up and clock in every day. No leash, no chain. Good boy, huh? That's the only difference. They got up and clocked in every day. Only difference is they got us believing into this fake ass facade of money and that we can go buy some things, we can go buy some trinkets, we can go buy some this, we can go buy some that, and it's supposed to be all good. But we look to them to provide for us. We look to them to protect us. When all they do is feed off of us. All they do is rape, pillage, kidnap, kill. All they do. I'll say this and I'll let this go. We are so fucking mind fucked that they are poisoning all of our food, and we still eat it. They are poisoning all of our food. They are poisoning our babies. Giving your child Coca-Cola is like taking your child and making them snort cocaine. I just wanted to share this with you guys, man. We gotta wake up. We gotta get from up under this mind fuck. We gotta get from under Stockholm Syndrome, man. We can't keep looking at them to say, hey, save us, help us. Oh yeah, I wanted to show y'all my new baby. I got a new baby. Look at my little baby. Isn't it cute? It's a 45. But look at that. Got my new baby. She's going in my pocket. Well, she's going in my boots, but it's my new baby, man. My little 45. Got the long shot. But anyway, man, you guys be safe, man. You guys protect your families, man. And I hopefully one day, maybe I'll be an old man, but hopefully I see y'all come together, man, and start moving differently and protecting our children, protecting our mothers, protecting, you know, our youth that can't protect themselves. I really hope that we start looking at each other and get from up under. And like I said, man, listen, there's too many of us that think like them. There's too many of us that act like them. I need you guys to understand that part. And Stockholm Syndrome is the reason why we think like them, the reason why we act like them. You know, they released the shackles just a little bit at a time and got us involved into doing what they do. You know, I just really wanted to shed light on that, man, and hopefully, man, we can start coming together. We can start doing things in a way that, you know, we can start buying property. We can start growing our own food. We can start, you know, if you want to be meat eaters, we can grow our own meat. You know, I have no problem with eating clean food. It's not what we're supposed to eat, but I have no problem with us eating clean food. You know, something that hasn't been injected with hormones, something that they're not eating food that has been genetically modified. Because once again, if your food is full of cancer, what do you think you're putting in your body? If the cow is over processed, what do you think you're putting in your body? You're putting all that cancer, you're putting all that pus, you're putting all those carcinogens in your body. How many times I gotta tell y'all that, man? But that's the power of this mind fuck that I wanted to talk to you guys about. That we know it. A lot of us know it. A lot of y'all know it. A lot of y'all that don't claim that y'all conscious, y'all know the fuckery. this political bullshit that the government is a game. It's a facade. Y'all know it, and y'all still tell our babies go vote. For what? We don't have a voice in the game. We don't have no money in the game. We're voting for other people, and they're going to continuously keep us under their thumbs, and they're going to continuously keep snatching our babies. You think these people don't know? You think these people aren't involved in our missing babies and our missing women? Every year, 600,000 women, black women, colored women, missing. You think they don't know about it? Get that white van shit out your head. It ain't no fucking white van. It's these clinics. It's these patrol officers. It's those people that you'll see them handcuffing somebody. You'll see them putting somebody in a van, and you'll never question that because you're normalized to it. You've seen that. Oh, okay. She must have did something wrong. Whatever. And you don't question what's going on. The next thing you know, in a month, 1,000 people are missing. Ain't that many white vans on the planet? It's too well orchestrated and choreographed for it to be a random white van just snatching people. This is a system that they have implemented that they are using against us. Like I said, man, the army comes first. You got to be ready, man. You got to be ready. And I showed y'all this because I stay ready. You got to be ready, family. You guys got to be ready, man. I mean, I don't know what else to tell y'all. You got to start doing things to preserve your future. And if you don't want to preserve your future, what are you here for? All right? All right, man. You guys have a great rest of your week. Hotel.